Hi Dresser Cuties, Wendy here. Today we're going to draw Barbie in a pretty dress. So let's get started. To draw this cute Barbie, let's first start by drawing her eyes. So I'm going to start right here with a circle. And then I'm going to come across about this wide and draw another circle. And now with my two circles in, I'm going to make them draw so cute eyes with two small circles inside for highlights. And a curved line at the bottom. And shade in the top. And lines at the bottom. And same thing over here. There. So now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and spruce up her eyes with some lashes. So I'll put in maybe 2 right here. And same thing on this side. And just to make it even fancier, let's put in maybe like 3 small ones at the bottom. Because it is Barbie, right? There. Then from there, let's give her a sweet smile. So right about here in the center, let's go ahead and just draw a curve and then bring it slightly upwards and cap it off. Then, let's see here. Then let's go back to not the top of her eye, maybe kind of like where this lash is. I'm going to give myself a point just next to it, and same thing over here. And we're going to start to frame her face. So I'll just draw a curve next to the eye. And I'm going to say about right here, I'll give myself a point for her chin right in the center. And I'm going to go ahead and draw this curve to this point. And same thing here. There. Okay, so now that I've framed her face, and the reason we're not going higher is because we have to draw her hair that's kind of on her forehead. So I am going to say about right here. Let's go ahead and let's see here. Let's draw a little curve going this way, and then we're going to curve it up to about right here. So drag this across about right here, same thing, curve and then curve the other way, right about there to create that shape. And then in the center, we're going to draw 1, and then a bigger curve right in the center, and another curve to finish it off. And then let's go back and then say about right here, I'm going to draw her brow. So we're just going to draw this soft arc and thicken it up. It always looks so weird to me when there's no eyebrows. And once they're in, yay, it's complete. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and draw this top part right here in her hair. So I'm going to use this curve and come up. And same thing here. Her bangs are rolled up in the front. So I'm going to say about right here, I'm going to tuck it in and then big curve right in the center to match the bottom. And another one right here. And then we can come in here lightly, put in some details. There. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and you know what? Let's finish her hair later because there's all these strands on this side. So let's come back and draw her neck. So let's say about right here and here. I'm going to go ahead and draw a neck and then bring it down. And same thing here. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to say about right here, come in, give myself a point, kind of where her armpit area would be. And we're going to draw 2 angle lines down. About right there. And I'm going to connect with a curve. And let's see here, let's bring this down on this side. I'm going to bring it all the way to say about right here, where I want her waisted area to be end. And then in this area right across, I'm going to draw a flower. So just start about right here, and I'm just going to wobble my way just back to create this big, beautiful rose, perhaps. And can make it fuller if you need to, but you just want to create this roundish shape in this area, and then just finish it off right there. So now that we have that flower in, I'm going to come right here and draw the band, and then we can draw her skirt. So let's pop this out. And so just imagine this other side would be coming out about right here. So let's bring this out. And same thing. And we just want to end at the same height on the other side. And then about right there, let's go ahead and we're going to connect it with a curve. So I'm just going to draw a bunch of curves as we go over. One more. There. And then one more layer. We're going to come in, come down. And then this side, we're going to once again draw a bunch of curves, but we're going to wobble a little bit more to make the bottom a little rufflier, if there's such a word. Okay, there. And let's see. You can do this when you're coloring with that darker pink color, but just kind of want to show you, you can put in these lines to give her skirt some texture, but it'll go all the way up. So just do, I don't want to mess it up with the Sharpie because it's so dark, but that's the idea, to go all the way up. And then let's draw her legs. So finding your center, I'm going to go to the left, go to the right, and let's work on this side. So I'm just going to bring down an angle line to say about right there, and then thicken it up. Nice thin ankle, and then her feet. So we're just going to pop it out, and then connect. And then a cute little part right here, so you can draw this little detail for her shoe. There, so pretty. And same thing here. There. Okay, so now that we have the legs in, let's finally draw the arms. So I'm just going to bring them down and to her side just to try to simplify it. So I'm going to curve down, and then where her waist is, we're going to go in and then come out. And just show a little bit of it and then pop it in for her hand. And then right about here, we can put in this little line for the rest of her hand. So same thing over here. Bring it in to where the waist is and then go out. And I'm just going to drag this across so I'm approximately the same. Up and then down. So same thing here. There for her arms. And of course we need to draw in some details. So I'm going to come right here. Just add some rough lace. Go all the way across. And of course I need to give her a heart necklace. There. And let's see. Now to draw her hair. So now that we know where her arms are, let's bring this down and we're just going to curve down to create this strand, and then we're just going to bring it up for this main strand, and then we're going to come right here and thicken it up a little bit, and then one more layer right there. And so let's do the same thing on this side. Continue this curve and change it up a little bit. Add the strand. We just want this part to be nice and full for her Barbie hair. And so then at the top right here, I'm going to come right in this area and draw this hairband crown that she has. So I'm going to go across, and about right here, just going to put in maybe four circles perhaps, and then finish it off. And then the top of her hair. So I'm going to come right about here, bring a curve down. 1, 2, 3, and then just finish it off. There. Oh, you know what? I think we need one more. It looks weird. This part's empty. Okay, there. Better, right? Nice and full now. So then for the rest of her hair, let's come about right here, and we're just going to curve out, and then maybe right here, curve, and tuck it in so it doesn't hit her hand. Makes it a little bit easier. And in. There. So now hopefully, and you can come in here if you want a little bit more details for her hair. So they're all done. I really hope you loved how this beautiful Barbie turned out, and that I helped you draw her fun and easy. And if I did, please make sure to give me a like and subscribe so you won't miss any new Draw So Cute videos. See you later.